Now, you can have high beta. This is not high beta. This is something called gamma. I'm going to show you what that is in a minute. But then there's high beta. That's when you have these scattered thoughts. You're thinking of a million different things at one time, and it's really hard for you to focus on one thing. So you want to go from high beta to beta, which hopefully I am now. And then when you really are focused, when I'm early in the morning, when I'm trying to study and learn different things, and I want to really get it to embed in my brain, you want to actually be in this alpha state where you're more focused, you're clear. You don't have a lot of these oscillations or this kind of irregular pattern. It's getting very organized. Okay. So that is a meditative state. And you actually want to be in that type of state throughout the day, where no matter what comes upon you, you can still stay focused and calm. Because when you are in that state, that's when you can make real decisions or good decisions. When you are focused, you're clear, you know exactly what outcome you're trying to achieve. So this is where you would like to be on a daily basis. When the time comes, you can go into high beta, but you don't want to live your life here. You want to live your life here and occasionally go up here. All right. This is theta. This is when your subconscious and your conscious mind are connected. And this happens 30 minutes, first 30 minutes of awakening, kind of when you are kind of awake, but you really haven't opened your eyes yet. And at night when you're really not asleep, but you're almost asleep, that's when you want to reprogram your subconscious mind. That's when you want to try and get different thoughts into your subconscious mind, because your subconscious mind controls about 90 to 95% of your behavior. What you want is to be aware of what your subconscious mind is doing or doing to you. And you want to change that if you want to change your life and your identity and your future. You have to change the 95 to 90 to 95% of the actions that you do, and you don't even know that you're doing them. Just like when you drive to work every day, you can be thinking about 50 different things and not pay attention to driving to work, but you get there safely because your subconscious mind has taken over. So you want to use your subconscious mind to allow you to not have to focus on everything. You don't want to have to focus on raising your hand or putting your hands together. Subconsciously, you do that. But there's also subconscious things that you do and subconscious ways you react to people. Like I had to understand the subconscious ways that I react to my wife and my children and my patients, and even the subconscious ways you react to yourself, how subconsciously you may have been programmed to think of yourself in a non productive way. And that theta waves, a lot of that programming happens that first 7 years because you are constantly in this theta wave condition where your subconscious mind gets programmed. So if you were told in that first 7 years that you didn't deserve certain things, or that this is how life is, or this is how God is, or this is how that's all a program that you've been running, and you don't even know that it's running in the background of your mind. Just like when your computer, you'll look at your computer like, oh wow, I didn't even know that program was still running. You have all these programs still running in the background and you don't know, because you're only focused on this one program, the things that you see and can touch and can feel. So, and then this is delta waves. This is when you fall asleep. So now this is that mystical experience. This is when the pineal gland is connected to that higher source. Now, this is scientific. I tell you, you should go look at that movie, The Source, and he'll show it to you. This is when people get healed. This is when your brain is in total synchrony, and where your brain is connected and your nervous system is connected to every cell in your body. And when you get in a heightened state, this gamma state, it's a super coherent state where your body can make instantaneous changes. It's people there who instantly get so cancers go away. I mean, this is the healing frequency. This is the frequency, and some people call it the God frequency. When you connect to that frequency through activating your pineal gland, that is when that's when miracles happen in this state. It's it sounds crazy, but it's totally scientific. They were measuring people's brain waves while they were going through these experiences. So, brain evolution, meditation progressively shifts brain activity from the busy beta waves to relaxed alpha and the creative theta, and finally the transcendent gamma states. That gamma state is where the miracles happen. And what Joe Dispenza talks about is you have to keep going after it until you get there. It's all about practice. You have to do it over and over again to train your brain to be able to connect to that source. There's studies to show that it enhances their immune system. They showed where that when you meditate, it activates this receptor that can go to the outside of the cell, and it can prevent viruses, even the COVID viruses, from entering the cell. Just by focused meditation, you're able to increase your immune system so that you can prevent viruses. And I was taught you can't cure a virus, you can't do anything with viruses. No, your body can do miracles. Okay? If you meditate and you focus on it, it can do miracles. So they showed where it can block viruses from entering the cell. It showed where it changed a person's microbiome, where their gut biology changed in 7 days. And your gut biology controls your moods, it controls your immune system, it controls your emotions. So it's very important to have your gut in balance. And then cellular regeneration. There's a video where a person had thyroid surgery, had that thyroid removed. They began meditating. They began believing that they could regrow their fibroid. They went back to the doctor. The doctor did an ultra. He saw that the labs were normal and she wasn't on any medication. He looked at the ultrasound and was frightened. He did an ultrasound of her thyroid and he saw the thyroid was back. He ran out the room because he thought he was going to get sued for malpractice. He came back in and said, look, he started showing her pathology reports like, look, I took your thyroid out. I believe it. It's like, I don't know what happened. And she said, I know what happened. A miracle happened and I'm fine. This is crazy stuff for me as a medical doctor, but I've seen it. I saw someone with muscular dystrophy be able to walk again. You saw someone who had ALS get up out of a wheelchair and start walking. I can show you all of these on the videos. This can happen, but you have to focus on it and you have to believe it and you have to act like it has already happened before it has happened. You have to have the feeling that it has happened before it ever happens. It's all about thoughts and feelings. You have to have the correct thought and you have to believe that thought and you have to have the feeling that that thought has already materialized. I know we need to have a break. I can't stop talking about this, but let's go to a break and we'll be back in a minute.
We are going to a quick break, so stay with us as we explore the ageless blueprint right here on W4HC Radio and Talk4 TV. An ancient secret with a modern twist for better health and vitality. Dr. Taylor will be right back. Taking care of your health shouldn't mean taking a handful of pills every day. At Taylor MD Formulations, they create doctor-developed supplements that combine the best natural ingredients so you get the results you need with fewer pills. Taylor MD Formulations is backed by science, designed for real life with real results. Less pills, better health, doctor approved. Shop now at TaylorMDFormulations.com and discover smarter supplements for smarter health. That's TaylorMDFormulations.com. We are back for more of Ageless Blueprint. Once again, let's join Dr. Taylor for more insights and research on the ancient secret to better health and a better life in modern times. Here's your host, Dr. Eldred Taylor.